Good morning, friends and family. I just wanted to let you know this is the last video of my Continental Divide series of trails. When I went home from the wedding, I didn't know it when I went home, but my husband was having a bit of a health issue, and coming home it became quite obvious, and I had taken 3 weeks away from trail, and I wasn't really planning on going back, but my nephew has his first birthday in Idaho, which was basically halfway between my home and the trail in Wyoming. So we had decided that we would drive from the birthday party to the trailhead at basically near Lander, and I forget the name of the highway, but it's in the video. And I would potentially start hiking from there and finish the trail, skipping the basin part of the trail and coming back to that later. But when I was out there hiking, so I did a 20-mile stint from Sweetwater Guard Station, or from the highway to Sweetwater Guard Station. It was 20 miles. My husband and I camped at the Sweetwater Guard Station the night before and did some trail magic. Then he dropped me off at the highway and I hiked the 20 miles back, and then we camped another night. And, I was going to go on from there. But when I was hiking those 20 miles, it just dawned on me, like, his health condition wasn't life-threatening, but I don't know. It just felt like I wouldn't have had fun. I wouldn't have concentrated knowing my husband was going through this thing and I wasn't there. And I don't know. I just decided to call it this year. I did about half the trail, and I think that the trail wasn't necessarily going as I had hoped with my knee injury, that it made that call a little easier, honestly. But I think I would have made it regardless. And so this is the last video. During filming, I was a little not sure how I should approach it, especially my first, you'll see me going, I'm like, I'm back on trail. And I was thinking I was at the time, but then at the end, I make the decision to stay home, and the trail will be there in the future, and I'll hit it hopefully again soon. Originally, I was thinking 2025 I would finish it up, but I need to save up my funds, so it might be more like 26 to 2026. So anyways, I'm excited to get this last one out, and then I can share some of my other adventures that I had over the summertime, including the Ruby Crest Trail and a little time in Yosemite. I ran a 100-kilometer race out in Vegas area in Southern Nevada. So I want to share all of that with you too. Thank you so much for following my journeys. Headed to Idaho. Noah's first birthday. Whoa. Got the stinkweeds back there. Can you see them? There's a cannonball, a burrito. Larry's back there somewhere. Larry, there's Larry. Good morning. So I'm back on trail after a long time off, about 2.5 weeks or so, and maybe 3. Have to do the math at some point. I am skipping the basin for now, the part between, well, basically Steamboat to Lander, and I'm doing that because of all the time I took off. I don't want to get too late to finish at Canada, and the basin is nice because you can come and do that almost any time because it's low and hot. It'd be hot right now, so I'll come back in the fall hopefully, or once I'm done and finish that part. I haven't talked about this too much, but when I went home for the wedding, just a lot of family things came up, some health issues and things, and I needed to stay and help out, and I might actually have to go back home and not finish this year. So playing it by ear for now, but trying to be back on trail with my family support, of course. They wanted me to get back on. So we'll see. But I'm in Wyoming now, starting from Lander, Highway 28. And then I'm slap packing today because meeting the hubby at Sweetwater Guard Station Campground tonight. Look at this handsome trail angel.
Hello, good morning.
All right, here in Wyoming, here is the Sweetwater Creek, I think it's called, and we're at the Sweetwater Guard Station Campground, and I am officially saying goodbye to the CDT for this year. I have decided to do a lash this year, so I did New Mexico and Colorado, and I still have 60 miles roughly of Colorado to do. I stopped at Steamboat. So we did trail magic here. I hiked 20 miles, feeling good and feeling good about going home and turning my CDT into a 2 lashes instead of 1 through hike.